Yo, what is good YouTube? Reshoots here with a video on Godzilla X Kong Supernova. So it's been 6 months since the official trailer for this movie, now in production, was posted 6 months ago. It's accumulated over 3.7 million views on the Warner Brothers official YouTube video. And we've never really broken down this trailer like I should have done. But what we're going to do is correlate this trailer to the leaks. And this trailer, although it's a teaser trailer 40 seconds long, it tells us that absolute world destruction, anarchy is coming. And they're not just going to destroy one city. I think they're going to destroy half of the world. We haven't seen this kind of carnage since King of the Monsters, when King Ghidorah came down, the three-headed Titan. We've not really seen destruction since then. Sure, in every subsequent MonsterVerse movie, a city has always been destroyed. Mechagodzilla, Shimo, Scar King, we know. But I honestly think this first teaser trailer, because it does show us a lot. Titans, Mass Awakening, Cairo, the pyramid look like they've been rebuilt differently. So, we're going to break the trailer down, kind of, but correlate it to the information that's already out there. I've not made a MonsterVerse video in nearly 2 weeks now, and I miss it. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Reshoots here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, MonsterVerse, pop culture based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below who is the overall villain. Although I think this is going to be an alien invasion, a few invasion. I think we're going to have lots of actual Kaiju Titans awakening. And in said movie, I still think a variation of a hybrid version of Space Godzilla is going to be the overall villain. So check us out TikTok, WWarsstew. Check us out on Instagram, @Warsstew, to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. All right, let's get into the trailer breakdown. And I'm going to correlate it to the plot leak. So the trailer starts in, I guess you could say, a headquarters. Anarchy is absolutely everywhere. We can see the pyramids have almost been rebuilt. Now we know in Supernova, Kong and Godzilla had a punch-up. So did they rebuild the pyramids? This main trailer, teaser trailer, I know I'm going to get comments saying it's not a trailer. It's to put the Titans on blast and to tell you, yo, this is going to be a serious trailer. Now, there's Easter eggs and Titans all over the place in this trailer. Just stressful signals, absolute anarchy, mass awakening everywhere. Binary code of what, if you translate it, doesn't really mean much. There's been so many interesting breakdowns of, and we've also said it, Supernova, Death of a Dying Star, Space Godzilla, Devourer of the Star. A lot of people thought this trailer was just to be like, yo, Space Godzilla. And I've said it time and time again. Legendary Pictures would have to pay a lot of money to use that Titan. Would they license Space Godzilla out? I don't know. Emergency alert to report a Titan sighting. They want the audience to know that a lot is coming. World mass destruction, a mass awakening absolutely everywhere, because we see it on the screen, a mass awakening. Then if we look, where did they actually film? So they filmed in central London, England in October, involving combat vehicles, extras in the British Army Forces uniform. They filmed in Bangkok, Thailand. They also filmed in Mexico City, Mexico. A second unit finished there, which again, it's very telling of all these other locations. Other locations after filming in Mexico, the production allegedly filmed in London and Mumbai. They also filmed in the Gold Coast in Australia. They filmed a lot there, but what is interesting is it's the only place they did this. They filmed the backdrop of London in Australia. Then they actually filmed in the UK. So I think it's going to be an absolute invasion everywhere, and I think this movie essentially is going to destroy half the world, not just one city like we've seen in subsequent movies, like we've seen in Godzilla vs. Kong, and then like we've seen in Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. I think this could potentially destroy the whole world. Now, when you talk about this movie, A lot of people will instantly say it will feature the return of Godzilla and Kong facing off against a cataclysmic world-ending threat. So on that premises and prerequisite, if you want to say it like that, I think Supernova is going to be the largest MonsterVerse movie ever. It's going to make King of the Monsters look like nothing, because we know we've literally seen a visual shot, mass awakening. There's lots being awakened. The scale of this movie is going to be insane. I don't think a movie has filmed in this many locations in the Kaiju MonsterVerse. I'm talking about the MonsterVerse. Obviously, other movies have filmed elsewhere. So we know that the themes in this movie are described as a high-stake sci-fi thriller that takes the battle beyond Earth, involving a mysterious interstellar signal cosmic entity that threatens the entire ecosystem. Some signal is coming from Earth, shooting a signal down to Hollow Earth. And we know in every single movie, Godzilla gets an evolution. There's already been multiple hints, and we know because they've got to sell toys that he's going to look different. He's going to get new dorsal plates. He's going to get some energy build up that would change his color. You remember in Godzilla X Kong, he went to pink because he charged up. He's going to have to do this in this movie. And some people seem to think that how he's going to do it in this movie is the solar energy coming from whatever signal is going to supercharge Godzilla. Now, we know the likes of Godzilla will definitely be in the movie, Kong, Mothra, Shimo, Sukul, War Stew. But a lot of people seem to think there's going to be multiple Titans, multiple, like, villains. Well, not villains, multiple Titans in it. So, a lot of people seem to think we're going to get Space Godzilla. We're going to get Gigan. We're going to get Behemoth. We're going to get fan favorite Rodan. We're going to get Mothra. I don't know if we can get all these villains, characters, if you like. So we do know the movie's in post-production now. It's not coming out for 2 years. So although I really hope they do drop a trailer at the Super Bowl 2026, realistically, it's far too early to get an official trailer, sadly. But we did recently get a release trailer for Godzilla minus sequel, and we did get a trailer for A Legacy of the Monsters Season 2, although that's got absolutely nothing to do with this, and that'll most likely build up to the events of King of the Monsters. We are a few seasons away from it coming back to current day, but the threat is definitely going to have some kind of cosmic energy from space that, again, will force Kong and Godzilla to team up. But I don't know if they would do that again for the 3rd time. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But a human conflict is going to be a focal point of this movie. A new human military organization that has the code name of Zeus or a similar NC name might attempt to seize control of Monarch and the Hollow Earth energy source, because the government's sick and tired of the Titans destroying the world, and they're going to get involved in the natural ecosystem. And that is potentially what kicks off this whole signal coming from outer space. And this could lead to the whole actual conflict. Now, we know the humans are rumored to have their own mechanical titan, where some people seem to think we're going to see the return of Mechagodzilla being controlled by someone on their squad. So, leaks suggest that internal conflict where Godzilla might turn against humanity again, requiring Mothra and Kong to intervene. Kong is expected to continue leading his new family in Hollow Earth, while Godzilla will adapt to his evolved figure just to sell more toys. Let's be honest. So we know we're going to get multiple fan favorites back, such as Mothra, Rodan, Shimo, Behemoth, Abandon, and many more. It's interesting because there's a lot of creators that talk about this movie, which I love. So many MonsterVerse YouTubers talk about this movie. But the funniest thing to me is no one knows anything about this movie outside of speculation from what has been seen whilst being filmed. Realistically, to be honest, we know there's going to be some strange signal that comes from space that is emitting, and it approaches Earth from a covert outpost on the moon. And an alien comes to Earth, intercepting radio signal scientists sent off in the 70s. There's so much potential for this to be the greatest MonsterVerse movie ever, which realistically wouldn't take much. because they need to just get back to Titans smashing each other up rather than this human conflict stuff that you've heard going around for years. The humans do need to be in the movie. I'm not disputing that. But I think where Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla X Kong New Empire lack is, yes, I mean, there was Titan fights. We can't get around that. But we all want to see more actual fights, more smashing each other in the face. So there is one leak that suggests, sensing the imminent space threat, a second mass awakening of monsters unfolds. Now, we've seen that in the first teaser trailer, the in-production one. Monarch's failure to properly control the Titan situation warns the public of an imminent disaster in the new empire. Their operations are now being overseen by the government, who look to drive the Titans back into Hollow Earth. This comes to conflict with Kong and his new kingdom. So we're essentially going to see somewhat of a repeat of the other movies, I hate to say it. But this time around, there's going to be a world disaster event that destroys a lot of places, not just one city, like we've seen in Godzilla vs. Kong with Mechagodzilla, like we're seeing Godzilla X Kong and Shimo and Scar King. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Very much. It's supposed to be more Godzilla focused, although there is no actual real information about that. That's more kind of fan theory, kind of leaks, if you like, but it's too early to confirm and verify all plot leaks. But one thing that we could suggest from this movie is that this could push us closer to get into Destroy All Monsters, to get into Destroyer, like an endgame level event in the MonsterVerse. Because let's be honest, we've had King of the Monsters, we had the Godzilla original movie, we had Godzilla vs. Kong, this is Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, and then Godzilla X Kong Supernova. We're going to have to be getting to a world disaster event soon. Supernova will pay homage to multiple films, such as Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. If Grant is a big fan of the Showa era to the mid-late 90s. So it's going to be interesting. It's all speculation and accumulation, and there's only so much you can break down from the first teaser trailer, really, because although it revealed a lot, at the same time, it didn't reveal a lot. We just know there's a mass awakening. We know the world's changed, because if you watch the teaser trailer, you'll see, for some reason, the Giza pyramids look completely different. Is that because there's an alien invasion? It's interesting. There were rumors before they even started shooting about an alien invasion. So we know it's got to go there. King Ghidorah came from outer space. So I'm very much looking forward to reporting on this kind of stuff. I hope the trailer drops soon. But as we know, realistically, it's a 2027 movie. So are they really going to drop a trailer before next Christmas? I don't know. I really hope they would. So like always, guys, check us on Instagram at Stu. Check us on Twitter, G. And we'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.